video footage you just saw was just a small taste of what trail running in the outdoors is like here in Minnesota in the winter. Hi, I'm Dudley Edmondson, fan of birthday shoes, and I'm going to show you a layering system for my foot that I've come up with to be able to continue running outdoors in the winter. I'm a KSO trek wearer, barefoot runner, but in the winter I had to change up my system a little bit. I'm going to show you what I've come up with here in just a moment. Start out with a nice, comfortable running sock, an ankle-high one. I prefer, something like a Smart Wool. Not sure this brand. My wife picked these up for me. They're really comfortable. Nice, kind of a merino wool mixture there. And then the next layer is, of course, the Speedo Aqua Sock, which is really nice and comfortable. And it's all neoprene, as you can see. It's nicely sewn up. As I mentioned, I use this swimming, training for triathlons, under fins. And then the last layer, this is the layer that I had to actually go out and pick up, and that is the Neill Reef boot, or Reactor Reef boot they call it. And this little jobby is, it's kind of like an old man's galosha. It's very flexible, and it practically balls up to nothing. And it's the best thing about it, though, is it has this beautiful pattern tread on it that's it's really sticky. It's stickier than almost anything I've ever felt. And I guess it's designed, of course, to grip a surfboard, and so it's a very sticky rubber. But the aggressive tread, I think, really adds to making it really good on ice and snow. So you compare, a flexible shoe like that with, say, something like, a KSO Trek. These are my Treks that I was running in prior to the weather getting really cold. And so this shoe here obviously has a nice aggressive pattern too. Not quite as flexible as the Reef boot, but still it gives you the flexibility that your foot can actually work in your favor, of course, gripping the ground and things like a foot was designed to do. And then you compare that to, again, a traditional running shoe. This is my old road shoe that I used to wear, and you can see that's not very flexible. Just the toe bends, but that's the way a road shoe is designed. It's designed to be very stiff, and so to me, that flexibility, or that sort of rubbery kind of thing that goes on with this and a KSO or a Vibram 5-finger are definitely to their benefit. So, obviously I would put the layering system on. We'll start out here real quick with one funky fresh foot, and then we'll throw on the sock. No big deal there. And then we'll throw on the next layer in the Speedo. And then, of course, the last layer being the Reef boot, which is just so flexible. It just slips right over anything you put under it. And so you've got the 3 layers. Sometimes I might start out with a Injinji sock first, and then I'll throw this sock, the Speedo, and then this on. But when you combine this all together, you sort of create your own little microclimate for your foot that creates a separate temperature zone for your foot in comparison to what's going on outside in the elements. If it's 0 degrees, or you're running through packed snow that's who knows what temperature that is, and so your foot doesn't know the difference in terms of temperature. It's nice and toasty warm, especially once you get moving, and then this pattern here really helps to grip the ice and snow. So that's it. That's my layering system. So far it's worked for me. As I mentioned, the only thing I really had to go out and get was the Reef boot, which sells for about $23–25 bucks depending on where you find it. I found it at swimoutlet.com, and the Speedo sock, if you decide to pick that up, is also available at the same website for about $10 or $12. So that's my layering system. That's how I'm able to continue running outside. I personally am not a big fan of treadmills, and so I refuse to go indoors and this is the best way for me to be able to do that. And that's it. So thanks for watching.